Some people are speculating that it was Mame Water or a shark that chewed the cables. Was it a submarine attack? Were we sabotaged? What actually is going on? Hi guys, welcome to another wonderful episode of Tech Talk with me, Wilbert. As always, bringing you tech news from across the globe. Charlie, Ghana and some parts of West Africa have been hit with huge internet challenges, and Charlie, it's not been easy for us at all. We are hearing that some fiber optic cables passing through the sea have been tampered with or suffered some disruptions, and this really has brought a huge downtime to internet in West Africa. There's actually a post that I saw on the web from City News, I believe, stating the number of countries that have been affected, and they ranked it in order of severity. So Ivory Coast has been pointed out as the country with the most severe effect of this particular internet outage, followed by Liberia, Benin, and Ghana. I mean, if you are in Ghana, just like me, you know that access to most social media platforms hasn't been stable. The internet hasn't been stable, actually. Amazingly, right, you can still access certain Google services like Gmail, like YouTube. WhatsApp seems to work. Snapchat has been working for days. Twitter is on and off, right? Facebook is just bad, right? Banks, I know are suffering because most of them have to depend on international transactions. Charlie, our world is now literally on the internet. One person said that he feels like 50% of his life is gone. And trust me, I cannot agree better with that statement. I don't know how you are dealing with this particular internet outage. Let's just hope that it's fixed very soon. If this continues, Charlie, it's going to be very sad times. You know, YouTube is still working, so you still get to watch this video. And I mean, if that's all you get to watch, please go back and go and watch all our previous videos, because that's what's available. How have you been affected by this particular situation? Let me know in the comments. So for our second story, right, Airbnb has banned its host from using indoor security cameras regardless of their location. So previously, Airbnb allowed homeowners or the host to have indoor cameras, you know, in their facilities, and this was also restricted to only like the hall and the kitchen and other open, or let me say, spaces that you'd consider as public spaces, right? Not in a bathroom or in a place where people would have their rest or sleep. Every private area was not supposed to have cameras, but then cameras were allowed in, say, your car park or in your garage. And this also had to be mentioned in the listing. Just like booking a hotel, right? If you're booking an Airbnb, there are certain specifications that will be mentioned in the listing page for you to see which actually facilities are available for this particular room that you are booking, right? So if it had security cameras, they were supposed to mention in the listing that this apartment or this home that you are booking has security cameras. But now I believe that Airbnb consulted the homeowners or the host. They also consulted the users and other security experts to actually find out if this should be banned or continued. And they have come to a conclusive agreement that this should be banned. Hotel rooms in general don't have cameras, right? So Airbnb rooms would now also avoid or completely ban the use of cameras inside. Why do people even have security cameras inside their homes? I mean, it's my home, so if it is your particular home, you can have, you know, security cameras in there, probably as a means of battling theft, right? Or watching your house whilst you're away. But I believe this can be used for scrupulous purposes, right? Say someone else hacks into Airbnb systems and gets coverage of people living their private lives. All those on Airbnb, but for that specific time that they have booked the room is theirs to use, and whatever goes on there should not, you know, be shared, right? So if some individual can hack into a system and pull, you know, the data from the security cameras or whatever surveillance system that is being used, it's a breach of their privacy. So I think this is a step in the right direction. If you're an Airbnb homeowner, right, or if you are a person who owns an apartment that is used for Airbnb, would you like to still, you know, keep or maintain some level of surveillance on the individuals that use your apartment, or do you hold the view that no one should be monitored no matter where they are. Charlie guys, TikTok is back in the news, and this time things are getting worse. So remember in our last episode, that's the 10th episode, if you haven't watched that episode, please, you wouldn't really understand this particular story. So I would urge you to pause here. Yes, you pause here and head back to episode 10. The link is in the description. Go and watch that and come back and come and follow, right? So last week we were chasing down this particular story where the US Congress was proposing to ban TikTok because they still had ties with their Chinese mother company, that's ByteDance, which still has some level of oversight from the Chinese government. And for the US government, is kind of like a breach of privacy and exposes their citizens to external data usage from the Chinese government. And you know, Charlie, the Chinese and the US, there is this silent battle, between them. We don't want to get mixed up on all of this, right? So the CEO of TikTok has said time and time again that they really hold data privacy up high. TikTok has been appealing to all its users across the United States to just voice out their disapproval for this imminent ban. But then, yes, the Congress has already passed this particular bill. This happened on Wednesday, 13th of March, 2024. This actually would move the Chinese tech company ByteDance to sell TikTok in roughly 6 months or face a ban. One of the most significant challenges to the company that has long faced questions about its national security concerns. The White House said the Senate should take swift action and the president, that is Joe Biden, should sign the bill. So the House voted in favor of the bill and requires TikTok to sever its connection with ByteDance or face a ban. President Joe Biden has already said that he would support the legislation, but TikTok faces uncertain fate as the bill heads to the Senate. All the American Congress, or let me say the American lawmakers, want from TikTok is for them to disassociate themselves from ByteDance, right? They don't want ByteDance to have any stake in TikTok. So arguably, they must sell off whatever shares or whatever stake that they have in TikTok, so TikTok stands alone without any Chinese connection. If TikTok indeed believes that its operations are not subject to any external influence, especially from the Chinese government, how hard is it for it to disassociate itself from ByteDance? Does ByteDance still have to hold stake in the American company TikTok as they are set to be, right? Now, the TikTok CEO is saying that this is all a plot to empower American businesses because, TikTok has very huge competitors like Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook, which are all American companies. So they're saying that this is just a plot to just push them out of the market so that these American companies can take over. If TikTok is going to go out of America, that means that all the advertisers would move to Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all the other social sites. So TikTok's downfall is definitely a good thing for the other social platforms who are their competitors. So do you believe in this story? I mean, I've presented so many scenarios and so many cases to you. Which one do you side with? What is your take? Let me know in the comment section. So that's all I have for you in today's episode. Kindly leave a comment, right? What do you think about these particular stories that I've shared with you today? Drop your thoughts and your comments in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Help us grow this channel. As always, it's been me, Wilbert, bringing you tech news from across the globe. Peace.